Well, it opened in 1939. It was the Gaumont, because you had the Rainbow up the road in Finsbury Park, which was done in a sort of Spanish style. So they in those days everyone used to go to the cinemas, and this place held 3,000 people. It opened in 1939, and they'd done this one in an Italian style, which you can still see if you go into the foyer. Like I said, cinemas in them days, everyone used to go 2-3 times a week. They'd just have one film, one auditorium, and the place would be full most of the time. The Rainbow in this place had like 150, 200 staff. They had a guy in the street in a uniform to keep the crowds in line. And if you see those blue doors over there, that led to an underground waiting area if it was raining. So if all the people in the cheap seats, which there was quite a lot of, could stand in there if it was raining. And above it, you had you can see that the arches, the little archways along the top of the shops. They had a cafe and restaurant inside, and you could sit out there. That was their loggia terrace, like the restaurants in Venice. And you can sit out here and listen to the traffic at Holloway Road, which you can sort of hear behind you. It would have been horses and carts probably a bit more in them days, or at least maybe not as much traffic, but it can't have been too nice. But yeah, so it was the Gaumont when it opened, 1939. And if you look on the top, you've got that sort of block at the top with the flagpole. That was a broadcast room, and the opening night was broadcast on the BBC. You just didn't have films in them days. They'd have an organ there as well, and they'd have acts as well. You'd have dancers, there'd be an orchestra, maybe a comedian, maybe a singer, and then they'd show the film. But as it went on, in the Second World War, it got hit twice. It got hit by a flying bomb, and it got hit by a V2 rocket as well. So the whole of the brick bit at the back there, that's not sort of tiled, that was destroyed, and it didn't open again until 1958. Then after that, they were going to shut it down a few times. I think it actually did shut down. Then it's been split into 3 screens, and now it's 8 screens. And originally it used to hold 3,000 plus people. Now it's got 8 screens, and it holds 1,600, 1,700. So yeah, and it's called the Odeon now. It was nearly demolished a couple of times, but it's now a listed building, decorated in the Italian Renaissance style. All these cinemas had themes. Like I said, the Rainbow was Spanish. The corridor up the road, which we'll see a bit later, that was done in Swedish style, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is. But this was done Italian style. And if you go in the foyer now, still pretty impressive. But the cafe's long gone. You can see there's air conditioning things on the roof.